Hey guys, it's Pick1eRick here, just doing a weekly project analysis. This week we're going to be looking at Possessed, minted last week on June 30th. We'll go over kind of early indicators of whether a project has potential to do well, sell out, and pump post sellout. With this project, Possessed, I happened to see it featured on one of Bento Boy's YouTube videos a few months ago. They've been building for a while, very unique art style. We can see, given how successful Goblins were recently, lots of people take interest in, innovative websites, great marketing, um, and obviously here we know that the team has been building for a while. Another way to tell early on is by going into the Discord and seeing how the community reacts to announcements, maybe sneak peeks. Here we can see that they're very engaged. This is like a very good sign that it's not too botted or anything like that. A lot of times Discords could have a lot of members, but you can see through the engagement on announcements whether or not it's organic or not. One of the other good signs of that this was going to do well was in a bear market, they still pushed through with a 10K supply and pretty high mint price as well. It was 0.25 whitelist, 0.35 public, 5.5K was going to be allocated to the allow list, and the remaining 4.5K would go public. It was a short window for the allow list mint, but we did see a lot of people rush in to get the allow list mint. The floor pumped pretty quickly, as we can see with the Dune Analytics. A lot of people got early 1 ETH sales, and then the floor started to establish around zero point 0.6. You get the early profit takers, so there's always that early undercutting, and you kind of want to look for that first reversal, because you want to see where that early resistance is going to be. And with the strong community they had, the dip did get eaten pretty quickly. It hit around zero point 0.4 before we started to see the retrace back up, and it went to uh, a high of zero point 0.9, saw some 0.95 sales, and that's where you see, a lot of, this was 4 minutes before the public sale started. So once public sale started and it sold out, I think within 7 minutes, you see the remaining people start to take their profits. You also get the people who bought the top and they start to panic and they want to exit. So after you get the undercutters exiting and the panic sellers from buying the top exiting, that's when you'll see the floor start to establish. And we saw the floor has been steady around zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6. We can see that here on OpenSea as well. The past week it's been hovering between that zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6 average price. We do have reveal coming Wednesday, July 7th, and so, or Thursday, July 7th. And with that, we'll see another post-reveal dip as we usually see with most projects. I see it kind of happening how it did in the beginning here, where we'll see that initial dip, and then given how passionate the community is about the project, I expect the dip to get eaten pretty quickly, and we'll see a retrace. It'll test again this zero point 0.6 resistance that we've been having, and I think if it can break that, that's where we can really see a run up. Some of these unique art projects are the ones where we actually see a post-reveal pump after that initial dip gets eaten. So I will definitely be looking to snipe at reveal. Uh, Obviously not financial advice, but in this current market, you want to find these hidden gems, and I think that Possess just has the right team combination of team and passionate, committed community to see a run up. We're gonna first touch on the project we spoke about last week, which was the Possessed. I told everyone last week that they were gonna be revealing soon, and to be on the lookout for potential snipes at reveal. If you were able to do so, hopefully you picked up a top 100, top 200 ranking, because even though the floor dipped to zero point 0.2, there were multiple sales above floor. I saw many top 100 ranked possess going for above 1 ETH that day. So if you were able to snipe at the floor, from 0.5 to 0.6, there's potential for 1 ETH plus profit there. There continues to be many above floor buys, even with the floor dipping to 0 0.2. So in the event that we start getting back into a bear market, this could be one of the projects that pumps because they have such a strong community. This week, though, we did see a couple of free mint projects pump, the Saudis being the biggest one, kind of similar to God Hates NFTs a couple weeks ago. If you guys followed that one, very memey, all about the marketing and Twitter presence. The Saudis happened to get some backing from Hasbullah, which added to their meme culture, and we quickly saw this project pump to about 1.7 ETH. It had a continuous run up without seeing any real dip, which is surprising to see. And then they did start to get a little FUD when Farouk turns out that he was able to get about 30 mints and dumped them on his community, and it seems like another wallet was able to take advantage of the contract and had either 1 or 200 NFTs in their wallet. But the team did act quick. They got those tokens locked and confiscated them and redistributed them to the community. Kind of gained the faith of the community back with that gesture, and they did dip to about 0.3 during that FUD, but they recovered pretty quickly, went back to 1.3, and had been in that 1 ETH to 1.3 range for a while, have settled now to 0.6 with potential for another pump with any good announcements. But this is kind of spurred on that free mint meta that we've been seeing. The next few free mints that should be popping off will be Fantasize, Call Us Misfits, and Beings. It seems that they're kind of working together now as well, locked in a partnership because they didn't want to interfere with each other's mints. They're minting end of this week, and I see these being the next free mint pumps in the market. So continue to be on the lookout for these free mints, and we'll get back to you next week to see how those went.